on Brood Awakening, I can just take your pictures and do the review. So it's kind of also collaborative in a way. Which reminds me, I think I forgot to give her photo credit on a couple of photos. Fuck.
Well, I mean, it's nothing you can't go back and fucking fix, right?
Well, no, I can, but yeah, it's just whoops.
Yeah, still, shit happens.
Shit does happen. Yeah, I saw you pimped it on Facebook, and I was like, oh man, that was so sweet of you.
Oh yeah, because I mean, what am I gonna do? Is just be like, oh, here's this asshole, with a fucking blog talking about shit and lol. Like, who gives a fuck, fucking asshole? Like, no.
Oh no,
like,
I mean, just
no, man,
share it in the first place is cool.
No, dude. I mean, you and I are pretty much fucking brothers at this point. So like any positive fucking thing that you're doing, man, and you get the word out on it, like if you have like a fucking acoustic show or something like that, you're doing that. Fuck that. I'll pimp the shit out of that for you.
Well, I really appreciate it, sir.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Fucking awesome. And it was funny, like I was actually looking at like my stats, and like after you posted that, I actually got a shitload of views after that. So apparently you're a pretty popular guy, more so than me. I mean, maybe it was my post, but I mean, because you posted your share kind of close to when I posted my thing, but
yeah, fuck it, dude.
But I was like, fucking hey, man, he just got me a bunch of views.
Fuck it, dude. If anything, man, fucking just be like, all right, fucking Andy got like 5% of the views, whatever. That's fine. He got one. He got one person.
A check's in the mail, okay?
Andrew got one person for me. That's cool.
But I mean, I guess in if I had a dream, if I could do anything, either you're getting a lot of emails right now because it's the new year and shit. But like, if you could do anything this year, what would you do? If I had a dream, it would be to like establish like a network that could handle like my blog, this podcast, maybe another podcast if I decided to do that, my YouTube channel where I do like Let's Plays or whatever the fuck that I want to do there. Like just all this shit that we could just have under one big umbrella thing, which would be really cool.
That would be, man. Like, because I know there's probably shit like outside of Lowell as well that like you and Liz like to frequent, like either a shop or fucking like a restaurant or something like that. Like, I know you cats go up to fucking Maine every now and then, but
yeah, actually every year. I mean, I don't know if we're going to be going this year because of the whole job situation, but yeah, I mean, we were going up to Maine every year, and that's the thing. I mean, it's not specific just to Lowell, but I am in Lowell, so I thought I would at least report about, they say like start with what you know, and what I know obviously is Lowell, and I can talk a lot about it very comfortably.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's not specific just to here.
Yeah, and I mean, it's starting off as, just shit around Lowell, and there's also a review for Fozzie's last album, Judas.
Yeah, I kind of wanted it to be like sort of half editorials and half reviews. So like you'll notice up there's like I'm not intentionally alternating it, but it's sort of been alternating with like a journal and then a review. And yeah, I decided like I want to do some album reviews too, and like not just like food or areas around here, but like Liz got me that Fozzy album for Christmas after she's been listening to it for fucking, or maybe it was my birthday. Yeah, it was my birthday. Because she and I have both been listening to it a bunch, and I was like, you know what, this would be a good first album to put up there as a review because it's fairly new. Probably not a lot of people know about it, so we get the band some exposure that they really deserve because this album is really fucking catchy and great, and I thought that would be a good first choice.
Yeah, and I'm also going on record and saying like, again, if Fozzy comes into your area or my area, we're fucking going.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Like I saw them once when they came to. What was it, the Palladium up in Worcester? You've been there, right?
I think so.
All right.
Yeah, I've been there.
All right.
So the Palladium?
Yeah, the Palladium, yeah. Yeah, they played in, like, the smaller, like, upstairs area. I'm just like, oh, shit, I thought they were playing downstairs. Like, fuck, this is fucking gonna be dope, man. I gotta get there early so I can get fucking front row. And, like, I ended up getting front row, but they let, like, VIPs and whatnot go in first.
Mm-hmm.
Like the people that paid for like the meet and greet. So after like I think it was like 7 or 8 people went through and whatnot, I bolted up there and I was able to kind of like, I think it was like one person away from the fucking guardrail, so I was all right with that.
Nice. I think I remember seeing you some video or something that you posted because I remember seeing like Jericho's like light up jacket and shit.
Yep. Everybody's got a gimmick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Again, if I won fucking Powerball and Mega Millions and I had, like, fuck you money, like, yeah, I'd probably buy one of those.
You'd be walking around in your house, in your own house, in your light-up jacket playing fucking Superman the arcade game.
Yeah, actually, I would. Like, if I had that kind of money, who the fuck would stop me?
And a built-in Boneheads.
All right, I don't think I would go that far. Like I love chicken wings and whatnot, but like I can make my own, but just be like, can I buy some of your sauce?
There you go. Are they still doing that, by the way?
I don't think so. I think that was just a like a Christmas thing that they were doing like 2 years ago. I don't know if they did it this past Christmas. I kind of wish I had known if they were doing that. I would have fucking bought more of them, but god damn it.
That shit is delicious.
That really is, man. God.
I mean, you can put that sauce like on anything, but like, man, the thing about Boneheads is like their wings are just so good.
Yeah, the wings are good, and it's like the sauce is like that perfect combination. And I know this sounds like a cheap fucking plug for them, but like I had a jar of that Every Breath You Take, which is like a garlic buffalo sauce.
Yeah.
And it came in like this little like mason jar and whatnot. Like, dude, that thing was gone in like 3 fucking days after I got it for Christmas from my parents.
You're like drinking the shit.
Yeah, dude, I'm putting it on everything. Like my mom made like this nice like turkey dinner and whatnot. I'm just like, yep, it's going on the turkey, it's going on the mashed potatoes, it's going on this. Like, that is fucking great.
I could totally picture that too. You're just like, sitting there down to Thanksgiving, like every breath you take while you're spreading it across the whole fucking plate.
Meanwhile, I think I got Ben like 2 or 3 jars for Christmas.
Oh man, that is a lot of sauce.
That's a lot of sauce, but
because they're not small jars either.
No,
you got Liz and I a couple of them.
Yeah, I think I got you guys like 4 of them or something like that. They were they were all like decent sized jars too, man. Like decent like mason sized jars.
Yeah, I think we might still have 1 or 2 of them.
Oh shit, is it still good?
Yeah, actually, we contacted them, and they're like, yeah, as long as you don't open the jar, they're still good.
Oh, shit. All right.
And then after you open it, just keep it in the refrigerator after that point. It's like, all right, cool.
Oh, fucking A, man. I should have stocked up. Motherfuck me.
Well, next time you're over, we'll make some of our own wings and put some shit on there.
Damn right we will, man.
We'll make good use of that shit.
Hell yeah, man.
I mean, you know what else I thought would be good for is like pizza.
Yes, I can vouch
for
that.
Like a pizza sauce?
I can vouch for that. Yes.
Yeah, you've done that?
Yeah.
You say that almost with shame in your voice. There's no shame in that.
No. Why the fuck would there be shame in that? Like, all right, Marinero, you're going to the bench, buddy.
No. It's just the way you said it. You're like, yeah, like almost you were guilty of something. It's like, dude, no shame. Like that's a great idea.
Like no, there's no shame in that at all. Like you want to know something fucking shameful? Like shit. When I was working at ZLX, there was one morning I went to Allie's Donuts before the show, and I got a whole bunch of fucking donuts. I would usually pick up like 3 dozen donuts before I fucking went there, because like the morning crew would have it, and then we would bring it back to like the sales office, and the IT guys would chow down on them and whatnot. So there was one day, I think somebody brought fucking McDonald's in. So I took like a sausage biscuit and I put in between 2 Allie's Donuts and just fucking chowed down on that. I'm just like, there's no way on paper this should be good, but fuck, it's delicious.
It's almost like a donut burger.
Almost, but it's they were looking at me like, dude, are you trying to get fucking diabetes? I'm like, I don't know.
There's worse ways to go.
Yeah, looks like I still got a way to go. Like, no, you keep eating that shit. Like, you're on the fast track for it.
Oh man, yeah. But it was probably fucking delicious.
It was, man. It was salty. It was sweet. It was fucking like buttery. It was really fucking good.
So it was worth it.
Yeah.
And did you get the diabetes? No. So
no.
Fuck them. We'll see. Fuck them.
No, I am diabetes free, sir.
None of the beatus.
None of the beatus. None of the die either.
Fucking A.
Fucking A, man. Yeah. What the fuck? There was something else I was gonna ask you about. I completely fucking spaced on what it was, though. Yeah.
What an excellent interviewer, no?
Yeah. Hey, trust me. You've heard me do a couple of interviews. I know what I'm doing if I'm prepared for it.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you say that because like just literally, I think it was last night or the other night, Liz and I went to Nav, and I told her like, if I was gonna open an AV company with anybody, it would hands down be Andy because that dude knows his shit. So yeah, I mean yeah, we went to school together, we worked together a lot, so yeah. I know you know your shit, man.
No. No. I can fake it pretty good, but...
Well, you know how to run, like, the audio editing and shit. Like,
Yeah.
that you got down
Yeah,
for
but
that.
much like my ex, I can fake it pretty good.
Oh,
Oh, fuck you, bitch. Anyways.
But you set up your own shit at home, too. Like, the reason we're recording right now is because you set up your own, like, laptop and all that shit, your mixer. Some people would have no idea how to even fucking do that.
To be fair, I was in that position. If you remember right, when I had the desktop, I was like, Bruce, I don't know what I'm doing. Can you hook me up here, pal? And, like, you and Liz fucking drove down here from Lowell, fucking hooked everything up. We went out, grabbed dinner and whatnot, and then you were just like, all right, there you go. Done. You had it done in, like, 5 fucking minutes.
I don't remember that, but I'll take your word for it.
I do remember that, sir. That was in the early days of STS Radio when I was doing the show with Jim Brady.
Oh, shit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's back in the day.
Back in the day. Ep1 land.
Yeah, the pilot days.
Yeah. Man, I mean, to be fair, like, as far as my knowledge of, like, setting up the hardware, that's mostly from recording my own shit in a band, honestly. Yeah. And that stuff I just learned as I went. Like, okay, how the fuck do I do this? Yeah, and it was a lot of trial and error and mostly error.
Yeah, see, like when you and I were in school and whatnot, they already had like the video stuff and like the audio stuff like already set up for everything and whatnot, so you never learned really how to like hook it up.
Right.
And to be fair, the fucking video equipment was fucking atrocious.
Yeah, I mean it was local access, so what do you expect? Not even. It was like a step below that.
Well, it was a step below that, but like I'm talking like the for like the communications program. I'm not talking like the low power TV station that was there. Like that. That was all right. They're a low power TV station. I got you. But I'm talking like there were 4 computer stations. One was a VCR to VCR. Another one was like another VCR hooked up to a computer, and then another one had like DVD player and like it was top of the line fucking Macs and whatnot.
Yeah, those I think PCs, I remember them having like 2 or 3 Macs, and yeah, one of them was a straight linear VHS to VHS editing console, and yeah, like what the fuck was that doing there? Yeah, but the rest was like I think mini DV into the computers, and they had like 1 or 2 Avid systems to the 2 or 3 Macs, if I remember right.
Yeah, and it's just like we would look at the equipment just going like, what the fuck are we doing here?
I mean, their cameras weren't horrible, and they had nice lighting equipment, but
yeah, but still, like overall as a program, that gets an F.
Yeah, there really wasn't enough like hands-on shit, in my opinion.
No, and I'm still fucking pissed off at them about the fucking radio station gig.
Yeah.
Fuck, you remember that? Yeah, because I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it was
Bob.
Yeah, Bob. Yeah, Professor Bob.
Professor Bob. I don't remember his last name. It was Simmons or something, maybe?
I think so. Yeah, but like. So for the backstory, for those that don't know, Bruce and I went to Riviere College, now Riviere University.
Because they're pricks like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because one day they just woke up, they're just like, yeah, fuck it, we're a university now, we're not a college. Like,
they went to Toys R Us, and I'm a big boy now.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck.
And actually, if you go to Riviere University, you can actually see Jeffrey walking around. So, so Riviere College had this plan, like they, commissioned a fucking Professor Bob to, kind of go through and like what equipment they would need to do like a low power radio station at the school and whatnot. So the plan was they were gonna, from what we had understood, they were gonna get rid of the language lab that was there because it was fucking useless.
We were listening to fucking Nirvana and shit.
Yeah, you and I would just go in there, listen to Nirvana and fucking Aerosmith for like the 15 minutes just so we could say like, yes, we were there. We signed in for like 15 minutes. So we did that. So their plan was they were going to get rid of that and replace it with a low-power radio station. We're like, fuck, this is going to be awesome. Like, Bruce and I are looking at each other like, this is going to be fucking great. Like, dude, we could get a fucking radio show. This would be kind of awesome. Like, yeah, it's low-power. Like, who gives a fuck? But it's at least a fucking jumping point.
Yeah, it was like STS before there was STS.
Yeah. So they had the plans all drawn out and whatnot, all the equipment that was needed, and it looked like they were going to go through with it. And then Professor Bob comes to us one day. He's just like, yeah, they're not going to do it. We're like, well, fucking why? Like, what's the holdup? Like, and he just said, well, they don't see how it would benefit all of the students on campus.
And that's just ridiculous.
I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I think every college should have a radio station.
They should.
That's just my opinion because yeah, I mean, even if you don't intend to have like a broadcast program, you can bring